Hi guys, this is Misty from the Book Rack, and I have a quick review for you today for Uncommon Criminals by Ali Carter. This review is going to be slightly spoilery for Book 1, Heist Society, so if you haven't read that and intend to, I would hold off on watching this. I already reviewed Book 1. I will link somewhere below in that bottomless void down there. No in my pants jokes. No bottomless void in my pants, okay? Moving on. So, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the book and a quick teaser before I get into my review. This is book 2, obviously, and it picks up a few months after Heist Society leaves off. So, Kat has successfully robbed the Henley, and she could go back to school and resume her life, but instead she has decided to get back into the family business, but in her own way. So she is a thief. However, she's doing it Robin Hood style and robbing from the not-so-good guys. So, for example, she will rob from the KGB and return the painting to the Holocaust surviving family that it was stolen from. Things like that. So, where everyone else in her family is sort of in it for the money and the sort of adrenaline junkie nature of being a thief, Kat is in it for virtuous reasons and the adrenaline junkie thing about being a thief. So, I'm going to give you a real quick teaser before I get into my review because I just loved this part, and it's right at the beginning, so here we go. The windows of the brownstone were black and the street was empty. There were no cars, no nannies pushing strollers or pedestrians jogging home. It felt to Kat as if she and Hale were the only two people in New York City. They could steal anything they wanted. But I don't steal anymore, Kat told herself. Don't steal anything at all. No one's home, she told him. Water clung to the corners of his mouth. We could pick a lock. Jimmy opened a window. You know, I bet there's a hide-a-key around here somewhere, she tried to tease, but Hale had moved even closer. She couldn't see the street. She couldn't feel the rain. Her passport was in her pocket, and when he pressed against her, she could almost feel the stamps burning, telling the world that she'd been away from home a long time. Hale's hands were on her neck, warm and big and comforting, strange and new and different. Kat feared she hadn't been gone long enough. So, quick teaser for you. And I just want to start off by saying, holy attention, Batman, okay? Really. I loved the tension before with Hale and Kat and a little bit of throwing a wrench in the system with Nick. But the ante has been upped in this. I just adored it. And I think everything's kind of been upped in this. In Heist Society, I talked about how there was a little bit of self-doubt with Kat. She knows she's talented, but things do go wrong. She's 15. So this one really takes that to the next level. Kat, spoiler, Kat gets conned, and it really is just a hit to her confidence. And so she starts doubting everything, and she's being a little reckless and seeing these different paths that her life could take, especially with the person who cons her, who is another very lone wolf female thief. So Kat kind of sees what her life could be if she's not careful. So everything's just kind of, the stakes are higher and everything's been raised, the bar has been raised, and it just all works really well. And the same with the characters. The characters have been expanded a bit, and you get to see new layers to them, but you also get to see them in situations that are unusual for them. So everybody's kind of doubting themselves and questioning and struggling, and it just really works to make them more dynamic and more likable. So really great move on Ali Carter's part. But the biggest thing, honestly, it's just Kat. I mean, I love Kat. She's so endearing. I love that she's this Robin Hood figure and that she's trying so hard to do the right thing, but at the same time she is realizing that maybe she's being a little cavalier and maybe she's being a little cocky and a little reckless and just getting a little ahead of herself. And is it all about the greater good, or is some of it that she really likes being a thief? You know, she's tried to deny that part of her nature, but the thing is, she's good at it, it comes naturally, but also she kind of likes it. So it's really great to kind of explore her character, especially when she does come off so authentic and very endearing and likable in spite of being a thief. So I really liked that. I think that's really fun. I always wonder whenever I read a second book whether there's a bit of the sophomore slump, so I always talk about that. I think maybe there's a slight sophomore slump in this, in that some things I felt the ground was gone over and over, but that's probably just because I read the two books back to back, so I don't know how much other readers will really feel that. But even that being said, I still loved this. I still flew through it and loved Kat and the new facets of her personality that I got to see, and loved Hale and Gabrielle and the Bagshaw brothers and the new master thieves that are introduced and other people who make an appearance. It just really, it works and is fun. Definitely a series to pick up, so I would recommend it. And that was Uncommon Criminals by Allie Carter.